Welcome everybody to another episode of Mobbing with James McDonald. Today I got some interesting guys on here. I got Ali. I got one of my little homeboys, Mob B on the phone. I got Jay, which is a Compton native. He been there. Um, I got Ali. Um, I got quite a few people that want to come on here and just chat and shoot the about what's really going on in the streets. And, you know, Ali is a guy I want to talk about the difference between Miami and California. I truly believe that it's something, it's everything is similar to the same shit, but people have different opinions on that. I want to touch and tap in on, you know, the things I'm hearing about Big U son, um, and what led to his unaliving. Um, got a whole bunch of topics. Some of these guys have lived that life and been there. I'm going to touch on our conversation that I had with Reggie on the last episode. You know how Reggie felt, and a lot of people swayed and said that Reggie is kind of right. I don't like that when they say Reggie right. How's Reggie right? So I want to get the opinion of most people, and we're gonna see what's going on. So when these guys come in, I address them as they come in. So whenever they hit you, John, and they ready, we can uh we can go from there. But you know, um, I wish I can do more um, more shows than I do, but I was having um, and I don't like putting my business out there, but going through some shit, a lot of shit. So, you know, me trying to, keep me afloat and health wise, family wise, the whole nine, you know, it was just certain things I couldn't do. Um, Other than that, all is good. I want to say again, I appreciate everybody from, you know, supporting and, just coming and tapping in and listening and what have you. Anybody out there want to speak on something or say that let's do a live so we can tap in on this, we can do it. Anything for the viewers. I got you. So, uh, what happened to B? Is B back? I need to get B back on here and let's see what they're doing. Okay, what's good? What's good?
Well, one day at a time. On the way to the plantation.
Oh, you on your way to work?
Oh yeah. But I got to make time for you, big bro.
All the time. I tried to get y'all when y'all was off work. I know you celebrated your birthday and did everything, but man, I was telling people about our conversations we have. And for,
Oh yeah.
this young man right here, I'm talking about right here, got it all. And I love the conversations we have because they never fall off a grown man shit. And
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of information out there that a lot of these cats will be able to or try to identify themselves with or need to implement themselves in the shit that they hear. You got a lot to offer. So,
Mm-hmm.
with you and B, you heard about Big U son, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Reggie had a conversation on my last episode, and Reggie was saying that why the fuck is everybody feel for this dude when this dude killed people? My reasoning for saying what I said is because I lived that life, and a lot of guys out here on this social media platform shit live that life too. And at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
my whole thing was it's a life taken, regardless of what. The man lost his son as a father.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the emphasis was put on your son is like you in jail, your son got killed, and whoop de whoop. Come on, man, that's not an excuse for saying why do you sympathize or have sympathy for that person? Hello, Moto. What you think?
Uh, I do a lot of blogging, and our oldest enemy, they laugh at stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they are more savage than and always they're the original savages, but far as a whole, it's not a good look because they like, aha, look at them thugs, look at them low lives. You know what I'm saying? And it's just another form of self genocide and self hatred. Um, it's like fighting a war that nobody has won. And first of all, you're fighting over a turf that's really not yours, but it is yours. When you go and looking at the indigenous people of the land. So every man goes through their cycle wherever he goes to a point to where he changed, and it's another form of redemption. So he changed his life, and it's sad that what I'm saying his son had to get caught up in that crossfire.
Well,
You know.
actually, his son is living that life. His son is like with the business, living that life. And what I'm saying,
Hmm.
regardless of the fact that he living that life, living in that world, we have to expect and accept certain things that happen to a homie, even myself or whatever. At the
Hmm.
end of the day, all I'm saying is sympathize with the family that they have lost someone that's dear to them. Man, ain't gotta be
Hmm.
dear to me. I don't know him. But for us to
Hmm.
say, oh man, why feel for him? Why he this, he that? It's only because Big U son, that's his child. And I sympathize
Hmm.
with the father, not the thug.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
I have people call me and say that, well, Reg makes sense with what he's saying. How do Reggie make sense of what he's saying when he's saying basically that man lived that way and why are y'all sympathizing with the man because he dead? Or Big U. Big U living a life and Big U has these same fucking issues with unaliving another cat. That's not my point. He's in jail
Hmm.
for that. And if they convict him for it, then that's something he got to pay for. I'm
Hmm.
only saying, I send my condolences for the simple fact a father lost his kid.
Hmm. You gotta respect that.
Yeah, am
You
I
do.
wrong? I mean,
No,
people
no,
sometimes.
because it's a time and a place for everything, and um, until they feel that pain, they not going. Some not going to understand that. But this is what you call when they say you're emotionally intelligent. So what happened is you're in that you understand that person's pain. You have compassion, even though you don't know them. It's also like a form of respect, and we have to get away from that. Oh, it ain't happened to me, or he lived that life. Man, no, bro, just don't even worry about that, man. That man lost a child. When you bring a child into this world and you birth it, you know what I'm saying, and you see it grow, you always want the best of your child because
Right,
they're like a mini me of you. They're like a superpower of you, but a mini form, and it's up to you to raise that child to be even a more powerful image and a legacy live than you are. Because all
right,
your genetics and all the mother's genetics is into that one. So you won't you. It's almost like that saying, man. You hate to see some a parent bury their child before that child bury their parent.
right.
And
So it's Big
uh,
U. Another thing they come at me with. Big U is out of line, or Big U is wrong because he allowed his son to be a gang member. I say this all day. when our kids get older, they think they know everything. We
Mm-hmm.
are not there 24 hours a day around and around our kids. So they gonna live that
Mm-hmm.
life. His son, one of three, say, I want to be respected like my daddy respected, regardless of what my
Mm-hmm.
daddy's saying. I have a daughter like that right now. I want to be respected like my mama. These dudes respect my mama in the hood. No matter what I do,
Mm-hmm.
and no matter what conversation I had with my daughter, she still wind up going to prison. Is that my fault? No. Our kids gonna move out the way and go do them. And I
Mm-hmm.
can't be around them 24 hours a day. So do that make me a bad parent? Like they
No.
saying that you was a bad father. How can you put the ticket on him when and it's crazy because all of these guys that live this life in the streets have kids. And our kids turned out to be whatever they fucking choose to be. But at the end of the day, you want to blame me for it. Long as I've been a father, bro, I never seen a pamphlet saying this is how you be a parent. I never saw that. I've always went off of instincts on how to talk to my sons. I got two sons that ain't never been to jail in their life. My brother
Mm-hmm.
got 9 or 10 of them that the majority of them are gang members. You know, my brother sit there and smoke weed with his kids. I don't do that. So it's to me,
Mm-hmm.
it's how to be a parent, not why I'm a parent or just because I'm the parent. I know how to be a parent without mixing being a parent with that. Oh, you the little homie or that friendship shit. I ain't your friend. I'm your daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Man,
that's where most of these guys get it twisted. What's good with you, big dog? I see you there.
what what's going on? What's going on with you, James?
Oh, ain't nothing much, man. I figure
D,
I get
what's
all
going
y'all.
on with you, brother?
Ain't nothing
What's up?
much.
What's up, man?
Hey, man,
What's up, bro?
I'm trying to make it every day, man. I'm trying to make it every day. Instead of fall apart, I had to pick myself up, bro, and say, fuck this. This ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working. I'm working on me and bettering my shit. I'm ready to move up out this motherfucker, California, and just going to live the rest of my 30, 25, or 10, whatever I got left, and be happy. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Man,
go ahead,
come
Ali.
down south. Come down south, James, man.
Hey, I'm just saying I want to come
Hey,
down there,
man.
but like I had a conversation with Zoe. Ali. The same shit happens down south that happens down here. I don't want to go down
Yeah.
south and get into the hood shit. I'm totally different from that. We had a conversation about California don't like people down south. I get along with everybody.
Oh man,
California,
hey, man, it's an easy way of living, man. Man, it's probably if you would have asked me at 18 leaving Compton that would I ever not come back to California, man, I would have looked at you like you was crazy. I remember when I first got stationed in Virginia, man, I used to catch the plane back on the weekends, man, to get back to the city, man, because I was so homesick. But man, I got down here, man. The South has been, man, good living, man. I mean, that's what me and Cartoon was talking about, man. We love Cali, man, but I don't think I'm coming back. I like to visit Cali, man.
right? Where you at right now?
I'm in Birmingham.
Okay,
I'm
now
in the city called Homewood, but right outside of Birmingham.
they tell me Birmingham is a motherfucker.
It is. It is. But it's easy to survive. You get what I'm saying? That knowing, it's not the same. Yes, it's a whole lot of killing going on. Anytime that you got people shooting and everything else, but it's not that active. Like something has to be happening for somebody to be shooting at somebody. It ain't like when you're growing up and you living over there on your side of town, and then you like, oh man, let's just go in this neighborhood and see what they doing for no reason, and go ahead and do something. So those type of things don't go on out here.
Okay, so the politics is different.
Yeah, very.
Okay, because I think the last time we talked, you told me that you pretty much got a free kill if you kill the motherfucker out there.
Oh yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
that's
that's
the problem with that's the problem with the justice system over here, man. If you look at it here in Birmingham, that is a problem. You don't
what the stand your ground laws, right?
know, like the going rate for murder out here is 20 years with 15 suspended. And that's if a black person kill another black person. If you in the game, you kill another person in the game, you getting 20 years, 15 suspended, and then with good behavior, you out in about three and a
Oh
half.
yeah. Ooh.
And that keeps a lot of stuff going on. That keeps a lot of stuff going on because you killed my brother, and 3.5 years later, you back out on the streets. That keeps a lot of stuff going on.
Wow. Well, I'm glad
Man,
it ain't like that here
yeah.
because it'd be a whole lot more killing than what we have.
Oh yeah. If
To be
you
honest with
kill
you,
somebody in the game, you probably and you in the game too. You kill somebody in the game, 20 years, 15 suspended.
boy, I
Well,
swear to
well,
God.
In South Carolina, it's a little different from that. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the location where you at in the county. Um, the sheriff down here, he they trying to get big numbers, especially with the youth. It's more the youth doing all the wild killing than actually the ones our age. And you know, we came out with our nonprofit, and that kind of like took some of the violence down. And it's kind of ironic. Uh, as I was doing researching, as I was trying to write this article, um, before Trump came with that situation, they was talking about putting people all in these major cities, and they trying to ride off the violence. But if you did research, you'll find out that violence not only in this country has been down, but all the major cities it has been down. So you got the grassroots and you got the nonprofits and stuff that's working together. You know what I'm saying, to put different programs and curriculums, all those different ones that kind of like help take all that stuff down. And man, we be giving them the sheriff hell. They already know how I am down here.
I listen to
He
Country Big Rock on his
huh?
on I listened to one of his shows, and he said instead of having a peace treaty when all the shit when the shit is cool, let's have a peace treaty when everybody is good, when everybody
Mm-hmm.
is at war. However he worded it, it makes sense. But I don't think a peace treaty is going to solve our issues that we have because they had a peace treaty before. They tried a peace treaty with Nipsey, and it only lasts for a minute. So how do we get past the point where we trying to find a solution on killing each other? How do we do
Well,
that?
with our non with our how we implement it, we usually meet like every Tuesday and Wednesday. No, every Tuesday and Thursday. And we discuss different things and different problems, and then we offer solution. So let's say, you know what I'm saying, from my tribe, they 9 O's. And over on the other side is GKB. So we'll take them on the most influence that have a positive impact among different homies. And we'll do like community cleanups, and then we'll do like also cookouts. And we also like offer like free lunch programs. We also doing like tutoring, mentors, and from different hoods. So you may not be able to come in that hood, but since we all came together and trying to bring the money back into the community, we setting up shop in different hoods, and we reaching the youth one at a time. Now, my cousin used to say that, man, focus on the babies, And I used to be like, man, you got to focus on the adults too, because if we focusing on the baby's going back home to the chaos. So at some point, we're gonna have to talk to these adults too, because it's like pointless.
Right.
Well, I think
Because you're
I
battling.
think
Go ahead, Jack.
I think with any the children are where you need to start at. You need to start at
Yep.
the 3 and the 4 year olds in order to go ahead
Mm-hmm.
and do this, so they can see something different as they coming up. Yes, you don't
Mm-hmm.
leave out the 16, 18, 22 year olds. You come up with good plan. This is a wildfire. The hood,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's in Birmingham, Compton, Baltimore, New Orleans, the hood is a wildfire. And you don't attack a wildfire from one side, you attack it from multiple angles. So while you working with the
Mm-hmm.
youth over here, you need to be working with with the adults over here. You need to be working with finding
Mm-hmm.
jobs over there, and you need a multitude of different people, because this is not a policing thing. This is not get a job thing. You need to get as many people to the table as possible that can go in there and bring their resources to it. And it's just like, okay, when you have those wildfires in LA, you just didn't have LA firefighting it. You had they sent fire departments from Long Beach and everyone else there
Mm-hmm.
collectively. What resources can you bring to help us extinguish this fire? And that's what
Right.
we need. That's the type of thinking that we need. We need to stop a lot of what we are doing, and especially here in Birmingham. They feel, oh, after all the shootings, we're gonna go pray our way out of it. And I believe in God and I believe in prayer. But we've been praying since I've been here, and the murder rate ain't did nothing but go up higher. So what else are we gonna put those prayers to work? Because
Right.
sitting at the church, if you at the church all day telling people to come to the church, the people that really need to be at the church need somebody to come bring them in. It's like at a hospital. The real sick ain't walking in. They being brought in on the ambulance.
Right.
And if you don't have ambulance to go out there and bring the people to the resources, and I'm talking spiritually when I'm talking about with the ambulance and everything else. We need people that's going to put people in ambulances, bring them to where they need at the hospital, and let us fix on them from there. But if we
Right.
don't got that, man, this is just going to be one. It ain't nothing going to change.
Right. I think when the last time we
But
talked about the police, the ambulance, the mortuaries and all that, they are making a killing off of the stupidity of us.
Oh
We
yeah,
kill each other. We
mm-hmm.
employ them, and them,
yeah.
and we start killing each other.
Crime is
It-
the most profitable business in the United States. Like I said, what happens? What happens when you go? What's the first thing you happen when somebody gets shot? What's the first thing you do? You pick up the phone. You call 911. You need an operator there to answer the phone. Then that
Uh-huh.
operator, what is they going operator going to do? That operator is going to call the police, and then they're going to send an ambulance. So you need an ambulance, fire truck that's going to come to the scene, and then the police officers come into the scene. What happens? The ambulance put that person into the ambulance and take them to a hospital. And when you get to the hospital, you need doctors, you need the staff, and everything else that goes on over there. Let's say if somebody dies, then you need the coroner to come out to the scene to take the body. Then you need a coroner to perform the autopsy. You need somebody to pick up the body, perform the autopsy. When you look at it and break it down to where you need the detective to investigate. Then they make their arrest, and then you have the district attorney, the public defender, or your attorney, the court reporter. Man, when you look at it, one murder or one shooting could employ about 100 people.
and
And
don't
think
the flower shop.
yeah, and that ain't
Uh-huh.
even talking about the funeral, because when you get the caskets and you need the person, the grave digger, then you need the flowers to go up in there.
And
It,
the
it is
insurance
a
company.
very profitable. It's a very profitable business. A crime in America. They don't want to solve crime, because if they wanted to solve crime, come on, I'll tell you this, and I speak passionate. I've talked to different people with the sheriff's department and everything else. Man, I went to Centennial High School in Compton from '94 to '98, and we all knew the scariest times was going to school and coming home from school. While I was in high school, I can tell you it was about 5 people that got shot, and other 5 people who got shot, and then a whole bunch of other shootings, and we almost got shot. They pulled a gun out on us. That's a whole nother story. Coming back from Centennial. Well, the school knew this, the police knew this, but at no time did they ever have a patrol going up and down Central during that time the school was letting out or coming in. Why is that? Because they didn't care. They knew what was happening, but they didn't care.
Right.
And I say that to anybody where if it's the sheriff or whoever it is, they just didn't care. They, because if you knew the crime was happening at a potential in the Compton had their own school police that didn't even patrol that area. They didn't care.
All of them in the business to make money off our pain and our suffering and our
Yeah.
stupidity.
Yeah. So that's
The Los Angeles County Sheriff got a $2.5 billion budget.
Ooh.
Los Angeles Police got a 1.5 or 1.7 billion dollar budget. Annual budgets.
and we have
What
that
about the
kind of,
prisons?
how
What about the
do
prison?
when
I don't know the exact number on the prisons, so I don't want to give you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But just think about that. The two biggest police departments in Southern California, the Sheriff Department and LAPD, collectively have $4 billion worth of money going to them a year.
and that's to fight us and probably
Mm-hmm.
gangs and
Yeah,
other type of violence crimes, whatever.
yeah.
So that employs a lot of people.
That employs a lot of people. And
So
and,
how do
and guess what? Do you want to? Are you actively trying to stop crime?
no.
No, no. Prime example: when the
Mm.
sheriffs took over Compton, and you can go check fact check me on this. There was I think for the first 6 months that the sheriffs took over, there were only 3 homicides, and none of them were gang related in the city of Compton for the first 6 months in the early 2000s when the sheriffs first took over Compton. Why? Because when they took over Compton, they had deputies going all up and down every street, every corner, 24 hours, 7 days a week. So when you want to stop something, you know what it is to do it. Out here in Birmingham, Birmingham is getting a little better now. Why? Because you see police out there on the street. But in Birmingham, one of the problems that they have here that they'll never let go out there in LA, in Compton, is that you can have 100 cats sitting at the gas station chilling, not getting gas, partying, smoking, and drinking. The sheriffs and the rest of them ain't gonna allow that to happen like that. They're gonna break that up. And the more you get people hanging out, again, that person killed my brother 3 years ago, and now he's out here on the streets, and I see him right here at the gas station.
Something gonna
That's a
happen.
part of the problems that we have.
That's crazy. So I'm trying to figure out some kind of way. How do we as black men just say fuck the violence and stop killing each other? Because we're not winning. We're not winning
Okay,
at all.
Mob James, when you were out there on the streets, and this is something that I think Asia Brown was doing a little bit. The former mayor of Compton that was doing that. I supported 100% what she was doing. When, if somebody told you I can get you a job paying $30 an hour, are you out here banging? What are you gonna do? You probably gonna take that money. That $30 an hour is some real good money.
Yeah. But
What
that's
what
how
the
it
city
was.
what the cities need to do is go out and start getting contracts. One of the things that I was talking to here in Birmingham, some people about. Well, when these cities got these big contracts, when they were building the stadium and everything else, how about the city get these companies that they're giving these contracts to hire some of these folks that's on the streets that really need these jobs and put them to work from 6 in the morning to 6 at night, so you're not getting houses broken into, and then by the time they get off of work they tired because they had to be back up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Work
Right.
their ass. Give them a chance to make a good living. Why a lot of the times they be coming up with these little warehouse jobs that's paying $17, $18 an hour. If I'm slinging dope, am I gonna really want to go make $900 a week where I was making $1,500 or $2,000 a week or even more? No, you're giving them no incentive to get off the streets. Give them good incentives to get off the streets.
Good money is better than street money.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but are you going?
Wait a minute. This is a proven fact. All the guys that was on death row, none of them was ever employed. So when they started getting that paycheck and going to a bank and cashing it, they focused on that. They didn't focus on going out and rob people. You kind of know what I'm saying?
Correct. I get. We are saying the same thing. What I'm saying is, let's get some good paying jobs out there to give
Right.
people incentives to want to go ahead and turn away from the streets and everything else.
But you don't
Well,
think
you
$17 an hour for a man that never had a job, that's giving him incentive because now he's getting a part of responsibility. He's going to take that money and make that money useful the right way, opposed to getting dope money and fucking it off, drinking, getting high, and not giving a fuck because he know he can make it again.
But are you gonna give up? Like I said, if are you gonna give up making for $800 a week, $700-800 a week versus where you making $2,000 in a week? That's no
Exactly.
incentive for me to give up this life. Because my bills are still 2,000. I'm still living like a 2,000, even though I'm making this 700-800.
Right. And
So what you got to be doing is coming in and trying to make life changing things out of there. I'm gonna have to move over here to the. I'm gonna have to move to the man cave, man. My phone look like it's
okay.
ready to die out.
well, I was just talking to one of the youth, right? Um,
Uh,
and I was telling them how I went down to Fulton County. And Andre Norman, he implicated a program uh down there called Academy of Hope. So I was asking some of you, baby boy, what you in for? It's like, man, I was on a high speed chase, jacking cars and stuff, and I was like, nephew, do you know that you can actually go to school to be a locksmith, and what you're doing is legally jacking people cars, and you can make money within like you can make between $100 to $300 within 5 to 10 minutes. You're making more money than lawyers by
right.
unlocking people cars or coming
Yeah,
to their spot to create keys. So
yeah,
all you have to do is go to college, get on a job, get your credit score up, be on there for about a year, get your LLC, register your business, get it to where your credit scores is like a 7 to 800. Then go and get a loan to where you can get a car and make that money within like a year or two, to where you can go and get another one and put your homies on, and all y'all can get the money by doing something that you love, which is jacking cars.
Right.
Right
yeah,
now,
man.
they're saying that, and Dr. Omar was right. They pick at Dr. Omar because he ain't got that school right, but Dr. Omar said something that made sense. He was like, "What we need to be doing is, they got trades. You have certain stuff because they already saying that the robots are going to be taking over the jobs within like
Correct.
20 between 2026 2030, right? But you know something that one of the billionaires said that the future million and billionaires are going to be plumbers and electricians. So
Yes.
Right.
here is it that Dr. Omar was right. There is something that the robots are not going to be able to do, and that's plumbing and electrician.
Well,
Also welding.
one of the things I talked to the superintendent out in Birmingham City Schools about the same thing. Um, AI repair. AI is the next thing. We know that AI is coming in there. We need to embrace AI. Why not get into the understanding of how to repair AI, how to set up AI, and all those different things? We need to, especially as young Black folks, man, this is the best time to go ahead and pick it up because it's going to be a booming market once it hits.
But
Mm-hmm.
most of us are uneducated. So how do we get into those fields if we're not educated?
I got, I use Chat GBT right now. Chat GBT, man, look at here. That
Um,
thing, bro. When I say it's amazing, I'm in the field of inventing things and being creative. You know what I'm saying? Black comments, invention, something that I can set off, you know what I'm saying, to destroy the negative stereotype about our people and also continue the legacy that our people has contributed to the world as far as black inventions and black inventors, right? So I literally ask AI, I say, can you create me an invention or like a patent? And it said, yes, what is it? So whatever you have in your mind that you wanted to invent, but you didn't know how to write it down or manifest it into reality, the thought is there. You can literally go on Chat GBT and type it in. And even if you misspell words or whatever it is, it still will understand you and create that invention in patent form to where you can send it to the patent and trade office and have the visual markup of it within like 20 seconds. Bro, and I'm
and
talking about amazing. It'll blow your mind. Even if you want to write a book, you can just write something and say, yeah, write something, and you can put the description about what you done went through and put it all the way down within the paragraph and say, format this into a New York bestseller book, right? And it will literally write you a book.
so I can go to that. I need you to show me how to do that because I've been trying. I didn't have several people start on my book, but I didn't like the way it went. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need no lies. I want the truth. What I said happened, my childhood all the way up until, you know, that present day. And I just couldn't get that. I wasn't satisfied. So I want to, if I can do that, I want to do my book. And if you,
I definitely get with you and show you how to do it. Because
man,
if you got a logo, if you want to get it to where it's in your own publishing name, you can say, create me a logo for my publishing company. And you can go on online and say, okay, I like this design right here. I like this. You save it to your file on your cell phone, and then you go to ChatGPT and you say, create the logo similar to this right here. And you upload it on there, and within two, like I say, within a couple seconds or some seconds, it'll actually have that logo. So what what it's doing is it's eliminating graphic designers. uh I also was trying to write a business plan and about bringing a fun part. Like down here we don't have that much attractions down here. The population is growing, but you ain't got nothing that's grasping people attention. So I say, create me a landscape design of a fun park with a mall, mock-up version of this, and bro, within a minute, it created all that. So now you just uh destroyed architect, and they literally got it to where if you got some of the dead homies, right? You had the pictures of them posing in prison, or just a photo of your ancestors, right? You can literally upload that, and it will actually show or create like a motion like after they took that picture, bro, until where it looked real live. This is the AI, and this is the technology that we
yeah. and we need to embrace it. We have to embrace that. If we don't embrace it,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be lost for another generation or two.
Mm-hmm.
And really, we have to. It should be cool to be intelligent, man. We have to go back to that part right there, man. Being cool for brothers to be knowledgeable and everything else. We got to know where we come from because I'm a big believer. I love history, man, and history, and the Bible tells us there's nothing new under the sun. And history has a chance to always repeat itself. So if we don't learn from the lessons of the past and don't learn what happened in the past, man, we gonna repeat the same mistakes as our ancestors.
But you know,
And
me and you and a couple of us, we be getting into. But you ain't been really be against me on that. You know, that been D lately. But I tell them, I say, man, we are divine prophecy. There's always that generation of hope. We are considered to be that generation of hope. And like I was telling, bro, it says Savior shall judge the mountain of Esau or Edom. And they say Savior, one Savior, it says Saviors. So what happened is when you have a big homie, or you have a homie who can saved your life and spoke some intellect in you to where you was going down a form of destruction, and he grabbed you and like, bro, chill. You got more to your life to living than doing that foolish stuff. He just saved your life. He's considered to be a savior because he saved you.
yeah,
But he ain't looking at it like that. He looking at it like, bro, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you pass. I had a homeboy who committed suicide, and that brother, we could talk about everything and knowledge about everything. We have to tell our people, bro, I cherish and I respect you, bro. And if you're doing something crazy, I got to tighten you up and get on your ass, bro, because you may not realize it, but you really mean a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Because when they gone, it's like, man, I wish I wish he was here where he could see certain stuff. But there's always somebody else just as like your homie out here too. But there's nobody that can ever replace him or you or me. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But going back to your question that you asked, James, what can we do? Man, it's a lot that we can do, man. And how do we start? We start off by trying to put ourselves in resources. What we doing right now, speaking on it right now, that's a great thing. Identifying the problem and coming up with solutions together. Hey, maybe I know this person over here that you can be connected with over here. Or I know somebody out here where you are in South Carolina and networking and everything else. That's what every other culture does. The same thing. They network and they talk all across the boards and everything else. The more people we can bring up that's like minded, man, we can affect change. And like I said, the only thing is do it starts with one person. Man, you don't know what little boy you talk to that might end up running for mayor of a city one day or
Mm-hmm.
anything else.
I
You
know
know,
that's
you might not live to see the seed that you planted. But we
Yeah.
got to plant as many seeds as possible. And then for the people who already got seeds planted on them, we need to start watering them. What can we do to help them?
Yeah.
So it's a collective way of being able to do it. It's when we see somebody being able to be a mentor to them. Man, I saw a young man that was working over here at Taco Bell. Man, dude, he be getting it, man. I just told him the other day, like, bro, I see you, and I'm proud of you, man. A lot of that, man, that go a long way. That dude teared up when he said, man, his own family don't even see the changes and everything that he's doing.
I had that
Just
happen a couple times.
Yeah, just different things like that. You don't never know how
Mm-hmm.
just to tell somebody, man, I see it. Even some of my homegirls, I'll pick up the phone and like, man, I see that you out there busting it. You a single mother, and I'm proud of you.
Right.
You know, uh, those are different ways that's what we can do on an everyday basis to go ahead
Right.
and do. But
But bro,
collectively,
I tell Big B all the time, he's actually living his divine purpose and when he connect us, bro. He's actually doing that.
100%. 100%.
He's
I
actually.
thought B was gonna get up on here. B did. Where B at?
He was at work though.
Okay.
And I'm about to go in myself. I'm actually running late.
Let me tell y'all this. I came to South Carolina and I talked to five young men. But I went out there for this one Pacific kid. His name is Matt. And I went out there, I flew out there to because he was, messing up, going the wrong way. And I went out there and I talked to him. He had some of his partners over there at the house with him, and they embraced me as if I was family. Right now today, that's little bro. And it don't matter where you start. It didn't matter to me because I had a young man in Texas. When I popped up on him with his brother, with Rodney, and he seen me opposed to talking to me on the phone, damn, you care about my life like that? I wouldn't be here. And that made him teary-eyed to know that somebody give a fuck about him. So here in California or anywhere, we as black men need to step up and say, little bro, you don't know how to tie a tie. Little bro, you don't have no educational skills. You don't know how to do this, that, or the other. Let me teach you. And that's why my head is at. We have to start teaching. But when it comes to us, we getting it down at an older age. Not as a young man, not living that life. And that's where they get it twisted and don't want to listen to you. Oh, nigga, you too old. You're an old head now. We got this. We doing that. But at some point, we got to get everybody to understand that it's better to live right than live the foolish life because you cutting your life short living this way.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I've been there and I will continue to go there and keep doing it. I had a brother, he thanked me for his son graduating. What did I do? Then I had him listen to your videos. I had him sit there and understand. And he told his dad, I don't want to live like that. And the young man graduated. So he thanked me for not burying his son, but for helping his son graduate. I applauded, not to me, but to his son. Because what I'm doing ain't for me. It's like I think I owe that. And if all the older heads that live that gangbanging life should feel like if you survive that shit, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, we owe that to these young cats that's out here killing each other and don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's pretty much where I'm at with it, man. And with conversations like this and everybody hear it, it's something totally different from what you go on social media and see. You see everybody talking about Bloods and Crips. Oh, that nigga this, that nigga that. Or we'll never be able to understand each other if we constantly knocking each other.
Correct. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree, man. Man, D, we still gonna have to have that conversation, bro. On King James.
Don't you do
it. Hey James, me and him, we've been going at it for about a good a month now about King James.
Well,
he gonna make me get Trayvon to assist me now.
Hey, I got somebody to go back and forth with y'all too. I got a cousin out there in Atlanta.
Jay, can you hear me?
There you go.
Okay,
B, what's up with you, bro?
Yeah, he go head up with
Man, I've been talking shit. Like, what's out there then?
Okay. We got B on
I
there.
enjoyed the dialogue with you brothers, man. Want to express my condolences to Big U and his wife Stacey, man. Just an unfortunate situation, man. But want to reiterate it with you, Jay. These kids just need alternatives, bro. Out here they just need something to do, bro. Something constructive to do with that.
Right, I get that part. I get that part. But in the meantime, I think, these guys, and I cannot be a hypocrite and say
You
that
know.
they live a fucked up life because I lived a fucked up life. I lived a gang banging life. And that's why I didn't understand when Reggie said why this, that, or the other for him.
Yeah.
Why sympathy? Because I lived that life. I lost somebody close and dear to me. Death is death. We all gonna
Mhm.
feel a certain kind of way when
Yeah.
anybody in our family or friends die. So come on, let's sympathize with each other and understand each other. That's moving forward. That's not being on no dumb shit.
That's right. That's right.
You feel me?
That's
Hey,
right.
hey,
That's right.
I'm
So
about to go into this. Sorry to interrupt y'all, but I'm about to go into this job. I hit y'all back
Man,
within like an
hey,
hour.
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
G,
Pleasure, G.
get your study up on King David, brother.
Nah, bro, don't you start.
yeah, when we get on the phone, we gonna have that conversation.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
Hey,
go ahead.
hey, 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 I'm willing to have that study. I'm willing to have that
All
study
right,
with
man.
you right there.
Man, I'm gonna get my information up. I'm gonna get sharp. I gotta get prepared for you, bro. So you ain't gonna set me up for that trap like you've been doing to everybody else.
Yeah.
I
All
don't
right,
even
I'll
Yeah.
know
talk to
you.
Big
y'all
Zach,
later.
man.
All right.
All right.
What you saying,
And
B?
another one, Jay. When we were talking about finances on the phone, we gotta, enlighten the people who don't know, who don't have financial literacy, because it wasn't taught, in
Oh
our
yeah.
culture like that. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Right.
So that got to be a must too. That definitely got to be shed some light on, bro. Because shit, I taught myself. I wasn't taught it myself. Coming
Hey,
up, I
I'm
had to
glad.
teach myself as I went. You know.
Man,
Well,
hey, did you talk to the bank? Hey, same thing with you, James. Did y'all call the bank? You talk to Navy Fed?
when I come back from Vegas this weekend, I'm going to Navy Federal and I'm gonna see what I can get, what I can do, because they've been getting at me.
Yeah,
And and I've been running from money, not knowing I'm running from money,
yeah,
not knowing that I'm running from these loans and from, you know, my financial situation. I've been running from it, bro. And
yeah. Oh
and
yeah,
here I have all these things in place, just like a lot of us. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with credit cards. I don't want to deal with this. But after you
oh yeah,
said what you said, damn, that makes sense. I'm gonna go to Winkos. I'm gonna go to Home Depot. I'm gonna go to uh 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 Best Buy and everybody. I need a credit card for somebody. I'm gonna
oh
do
yeah,
something and pay. So, like I said, when we have conversation, it's so you give me so much information, and I'm putting that to use.
oh yeah, oh
Like
yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. Like, but this is the type of platform and everything else we need to put out. This is much information of just trying to help each one of us. Because like I said, I wish at 45, man, I wish man, somebody would have told me this at 25. I
right,
showed 45 would look a whole lot different if I knew a lot of what I knew then.
right. It ain't never over.
Oh no, it's never. Oh no, I'm definitely not saying it's over, man. It's not.
Right.
It ain't even over for my Dolphins. You see, man, I got to give shout out to my team, the Dolphins, man.
Uh
They got
oh.
all. Man, I got the whole man cave out here, man. Dolphin out, man.
And why are you a Dolphin fan?
Man, Tecmo Bowl, man. Tecmo Bowl, man. Playing Tecmo Bowl back on Karen Avenue. Man, Dan Marino go to the end zone and throw it to the other end, and I became a Dolphin fan. And then my uncle was a Dolphin fan too, so that helped a whole lot too. So just became a Dolphin fan, man. When everybody else was Raiders and 49er fans, I stayed true.
Right. I've always been a Ram fan, no
The
matter
only
what.
the only dude the only dude from Compton that's a Dolphin fan.
No, it's a whole lot of them out there that's Dolphin fans.
Man, hey. Well, you right. You're right. I know a couple. I know. I met a couple more. I met a couple more later on, but yeah, it ain't too many. It ain't too many for the city
Right.
that screaming aqua and orange.
Well, I mean, to each his own.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like my team, but football is something to watch, something to do on Sunday.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, getting back to it, man. Yeah, I definitely, man. We got to get in and start talking about law, politics, man. It's all this stuff goes together, especially in the time that we in right now. The situation that we in right now, man. Food, hey, this is the food stamp shortage right now. People ain't getting them stamps right now. Going hungry and everything else, man. All this stuff is good conversations, and man, anytime that you want me on, man, I'm here and I'm gonna support you, brother. Um, man, it's always a good conversation, man. I'm always down for a good
Right.
conversation.
You have so much to offer the men of color. You know a lot of shit, and the only problem I have is, a lot of cats don't want to hear the good shit. They want to hear rah rah. So we got to get past the rah rah shit.
Hmm.
So
Man,
so and sooner or
man,
later, I guarantee you, sooner or later, they're gonna come and listen to how they can get out of this hole. That's where I'm at, and that's what I'm hoping.
right,
We
right,
have to
right,
fix
right.
ourselves. We can't
Oh,
depend on somebody else to fix us. We've been doing that too long, and the fight
Right.
ain't with
That's
them.
what. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
yeah,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah,
yeah.
we can hear you.
Yeah, let's tap
You
into that
good?
mental illness shit too. That man, that mental illness. That. Yeah, I'm talking. You can't hear me? I'm talking.
Yeah,
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 we
you good? You good?
You can't hear
Yeah, you good? We can hear you.
me? Damn, they can't hear.
No, we
Okay,
can hear
now
you.
I'm saying we need to tap into talk. I know I'm talking. I said we need to tap into mental illness.
Yeah,
well,
I
you know
told,
what?
hey man, and that rolls deep,
Shit. Can
man.
y'all hear me now?
Let me
Yeah,
say
we can
this:
hear you.
mental illness, it falls on all of us. Um, um, a lot
Man,
of us have the same issues. Uh, live with just our mothers, fathers did this, that, or the other, or just ain't shit. And I can speak on that because we had that. I had a mother that took care of five and got the fuck up and went to work. She worked in general quarters, and when she worked at night, we
hmm
were able to get out in the streets. See what I'm saying? But the trauma that most of us go through, man, is real
right,
shit. And this is why it's easier for us to go fuck with the hood or the homies in the hood because now this is my family, and I substituted a mom and a dad for the hood. A lot of us can identify with that, but PHSD, all that bullshit, we didn't have that growing up. I didn't know what the fuck that means. I didn't know
Oh,
that they was putting motherfuckers on pills for, moving too fast or whatever. So this is what they doing now. You had to accept that shit in the early 70s, in the 80s, the early 80s. So motherfuckers reacted off to what was going on at home. I know I did, and I became a part of it. My mom used to tell me all the time, they ain't your homies. All them, one day they gonna all turn on you. I told her to shut the fuck up. I didn't want to hear that shit. These my homies. And lo and behold, she proved me to be wrong. She was right. Everybody ain't your goddamn friends. So we have to learn how to speak on trauma, the shit that we went through and why we went through it.
oh
Because
yeah,
we all, at some point, we all going to identify with our upbringing, right?
Yeah, man, I think that anybody who lives in Compton, whether you or in the gang, not in the gang, suffers from PTSD. And you see it in a multitude of different ways. If you in Compton, I just remember the last time I was back in Compton, you know, automatically I start looking at every car that was coming down the street. Oh, you know that car, you know that car, you know that car. The ways of survival and everything else, and that's abnormal. Living in South Central, living in Birmingham, living in um, New Orleans and Baltimore and Chicago, a lot of us are walking around with the same syndromes that people that I served in the military with that went to Iraq and Afghanistan have right now. Of this man, and we lived abnormal lives, and we made normal out of abnormal, and it's a bad condition that a lot of us are going through, are victim of. I was talking to some people at work, and I was telling them, man, I said at the time I was 44, and I said I know over 44 people who have been murdered in my lifetime, where a lot of them didn't even know nobody who have ever been shot before.
Right.
And that takes a lot of stress and toll up on a person. And a lot of us are fighting feelings that we have on a day-to-day basis that we don't even know how to. It's not cool for us to talk about feelings because no man is supposed to be emotional or anything else like that. So we go about it, but we have all of these emotional ways that's built in, and it's like a water balloon. The more you fill a water balloon, sooner or later that water's gonna burst. And when it
Right.
bursts, we say, "Oh man, they going crazy." Oh, so such and such is going crazy. He going crazy now. But no, it's got to his pressure point. His pressure point, and it bursts, and now you're seeing the symptoms of everything that he went through. He or she, because the ladies out there got it too. So you get the man. Uh, it's a real sad thing. So yeah, mental health is a big thing that needs to be talked about in the Black community, man.
It plays a big part. It really
Oh
do.
yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I think we all go through it. Uh, we're a product of what we see, what we grew up with, and what things we call what's in the community that happens in the neighborhood.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
some of
Yeah,
us
man.
ain't built for that type of shit, but the ones that are tricked, bamboozled, or whatever, or just want to be a part of it, just to have that title of, I consider you niggas my brothers, or, you know, I got something I can count on outside of family.
Yeah.
And I was one that believed that. But at the end of the day, how long do that relationship last? Befriending the homies and the homies loving you and all that. I got some cats that I would get up for 100. But here's the flip side. I got a lot of cats that I fuck with that's on the other side of the fence. That's my real niggas that will call me and say, man, I got a woo 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 and can't nigga, I'm on my way. You feel me? So it's scary because you have to get older to understand. And a lot of these cats out here today have yet to get to that point. They just out there. They out there without the sense of really understanding the gang life or that hood life, not paying attention, not understanding certain things or how shit go when we consider the hood and other people coming through the hood that don't like you just because.
Yeah.
Like with Tune, I get it. At some point we're gonna have to grow up and we're gonna have to be who we are. We're gonna have to be a man at some point. I got a lot of homies in the hood that didn't make it past 1920. I had a couple of the homies that was right in my arms and took their last breath. You feel me? So a lot of these cats haven't been through that part of life, haven't lived that gang life to see life and death.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're not gonna get it. And these are the ones that's losing their life. They're losing their life back and forth, back and forth. They're dying. Man, at some point, as men that live their life, you got to put the story, got to come together like this, opposed to getting on a platform and saying, "Oh, fuck that nigga, he deserves to die." Oh, fuck that nigga.
Mm.
I did that for so many years. It don't make sense. So, am I
Yeah.
wrong for saying that we've been down this road? I'm wrong to say that we lived a fucked up life of gang banging. I didn't get a pension. I didn't get a paycheck every week, every other month. Nothing. You're basically on your own. After
Yeah.
death, that's you got a year at least that they're gonna remember you. After that, you have no importance to the hood no more. You're not there no more. So everybody move on. After death, everybody go to the funeral. Everybody go home. Everybody go back to work. It's a cycle. This shit happens every day. So we got to
You
be
know.
coming. Go ahead, King.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I
Hey, hey Jay, that's the same thing on the motherfucker. That's the same thing when you go to prison. Your ass forgot about it.
well,
Same shit.
I went to prison one time, and when I got out of prison, or being in prison didn't do shit because the penitentiary is either this or K-Su. It's whatever. If you don't stand on all tens, you're gonna be took advantage of. And in prison, you had homies that are blacks that had to fight together. Why you can't fight together on the goddamn street? Why we can't make this understanding? Because every gang member, every hood has lost. We all lost somebody. Everybody done had a homie that died. There's no hood on this planet or in your vicinity
Mm.
haven't lost somebody. So you got a
Right.
lot of guys. Oh, he killed the homie. Man, I'm not gonna be that 92 Peach Street. I ain't good with them. I can't be good with them. They killed my uncle. They killed my brother. How do you get past that? When everybody is living off of the past instead of saying, okay, we all took an L. Let's quit. We're making ourselves look worse than what we are. We don't talk about the good fathers out there. We don't talk about the good mothers out there that's making their way and taking care of their kids. It's a lot of shit we don't address because all
Mm.
we want to see is the bullshit.
Oh yeah. Hey, and let me throw this out there too, man. Black fathers, the CDC, the Centers of Disease Control, do an annual report. And the last report that they put out is that black fathers are more involved in their children's life than any other race in America. Black fathers at 54%, Asian fathers at 52, white fathers at white fathers were at 48, and I believe that it was Hispanics that was about 45%. But we don't talk about that little stuff over there. We don't talk about the majority of black men are single without kids.
Right.
We talk about all that other little stuff, but man, the majority of black men are 52% of all black men are single without kids. So man, so it's a lot of positive things that we got going on in the community and our culture and our lifestyle that's not being pushed because that's not a part of the narrative. They want to show us as always going out, killing each other, taking from each other, not loving each other, man. So, man, we have to defeat the narrative, man. We have to defeat the narrative.
Right, right. And I hope we can do that. I hope that people can listen and take whatever piece of this conversation is and apply it to self. Whether it's educational wise, whether it's financial shit, whether it's I'm tired of the killing and move away from it. Can't nobody tell me I can't walk away from it. Can't nobody tell you that you have to be there. Nobody. And this is all I see. This hood is killing this hood is killing this hood. And a lot of this shit is stemming from social media. They're going at war with each other, knowing that the police is doing just what you're doing, sitting back watching this podcast. Feel me? So at what point do we wake the fuck up? What point
Yeah.
do we wake up? That's where I'm at with it. We gotta wake up.
Well, yeah. And how do we wake up? We wake up by, man, taking it one day at a time, one foot at a time. We didn't get into this overnight. And if you really want to get to the deeper roots and everything else, this was put up on us like this, man. I tell and don't get me wrong on the year, maybe 72 or 74, where they do the welfare reform is is a part of the downsize to the black community and what led to what we have right now. Um, we don't like to talk about it, and this is not bashing our black women, but the single motherhood rate in the black community has been a part of what's going on too. Because, and I've told you guys before, if you look at the young men today, they are just as emotional as women. And a lot of that is because they've been raised by women. They've been raised to hate men. The mama, we get, man. I don't know if you want to talk about that on another day, but man, we that's something that we should really talk about. Is the over the last 40 years, 40 plus years, a lot of our black men have been raised by women, and and it's a result that we are seeing today. Now there are some black women out there that are awesome that have did the damn thing and I salute you and everything else. But for the most part, a lot of our young black boys are thinking like women. They are over emotional. They are and they have guns. They're over emotional with pistols, and that's causing a lot of what's going on right now. So again, it's going back to those young kids that need that male influence, especially these young black boys who need male influences at 3 and 4 years old and growing up with that.
Right.
So we can deter some of the crime and everything else that's going back on there. Because man, when you look at the prison system, where they say what it was at 87% of the kids that's in juvenile hall. And I was reading that Jefferson County at one point come from single parent home, and of that 87%, 93 come from fatherless homes. So
Right.
we know when the father is in the house, it's a better chance for the kids to survive
Right.
in the streets. So, man, those are all things that need to be talked about, man.
Right.
If you're attacking the wildfire,
Right. I I'm glad you mentioned that. I got a
Very
statistic
good, Jay.
about the juvenile system in Texas. Uh, I was able and to talk to the young men in there. Hopefully they'll take it up. But it takes more than what you have to help fix this. We all got to come together and fix the situation. At least get a little better than where we at. And a lot of things will change for us within itself. Um,
yeah,
yeah, we got to get on this motherfucking talk, because you know. And every time
oh,
I talk to you, I am enlightened. I be sitting back after we get off the phone. I be
Yeah.
like, man, motherfuckers know everything.
no, I
And
don't know everything. I just got a multitude of different people to talk to, man. I'm always thirsty for knowledge, man. So if
Yeah.
man, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, Jay, we gonna start including you on our conversations, bro. You talk
Man,
dirty on everything, bro.
I need it
But
because
but Jay, you gotta do a show. I wish I could have been on and more active with y'all, bro. Now that background, I'm at the job. But man, there's so much we can add to this, bro. And there's so many other different cats too. But
even
Jay a bright guy, man. It's my guy. We became close. He
yeah,
need
even
he
with
need to
you,
take he need to take that Dolphin shit down. Season over.
what's that 1-9, 1-7,
Huh?
1-8?
No, we got 2 wins, man.
Huh?
Give us our two. Give us our 2 wins, man. Don't do us like that, man.
Give it up to
Jay, you
Miami.
fuck with James? You fuck with football, James?
I'm a Rams fan, brother.
Yeah. You fuck with football, James?
Yeah, I'm a Rams fan.
Rolling, man.
Huh?
Matter of fact, we'll be out there next month, man. Going to the game. We play y'all next month. Going to the game.
Okay, okay. So, man, I really appreciate.
So you welcome to come.
No, I don't want to go to no game. Every time I've been to a football game, I've got into it with a Mexican fight. And I can say, brother,
Oh,
honestly,
damn.
fans, they love the Raiders, and you just look like you pissed off at the Raiders. They ready to squabble with your ass. So no, I don't do football games. You fuck around and go to jail. I stay away from all the bullshit. I stay away from places now that I got to carry my gun. So I'm on some different shit, and I'm glad that we can have dialogue like this for other people to hear that it is some black men out there living right that
Oh,
have that knowledge of how to fix this, that, and the other, and that's what I want to bring across. And I appreciate y'all for that. I appreciate that. The knowledge, the wisdom, and being able to uh, hold a conversation without an argument, to be able to, just have straight dialogue. And that's what I appreciate. So we definitely gonna do it again, and we gonna push that. We gonna push how we fix us. And again, I appreciate you, brothers. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I got to get in here and cook for his grandson.
okay.
It's
Man,
getting
my son got a wrestling match in about another 30 minutes when they're across the street from the house. So I'm gonna head up over there. But yeah, anytime that you want to, James, send me the link. Man, if it's gonna be the same link, just let me know. Man, brother, anytime that we get a chance to really talk some real stuff and really be able to share and help each other, and it's none of the knowledge, none of the foolishness and everything else, no gang banging. Man, I'm about helping my people, man. I want to see people given the opportunities that I was given. Because
right.
I'm only here by people investing in me and pouring into me early on. So man, anytime that I can help you with that, brother, hey, just call me up, man.
All
You,
the
you
time.
got my number now.
All right. And I'm
All
gonna
right,
holler at you, and I'm gonna have that link sent to you, and we're gonna keep this going.
all right, all right,
All right.
man. Well,
God
fins
bless
out,
you.
man. Man. I have to give a shout out, man. These
Go ahead.
Dolphins, hey, man. Shout out to the Dolphins. We're gonna beat Buffalo. I'm calling it early.
You want to bet on that one?
Man, I don't bet, James. I don't bet.
Smart man. Smart man.
I don't bet.
That's a
But
good thing.
but hey, don't have me calling you Sunday afternoon after the Dolphins go ahead and take that dub.
I know you ain't gonna make that call. I
All
know you
right.
ain't gonna make that call. The only
Oh
thing
man.
I see in the Dolphins is if they score a touchdown, they rah rah. But then at the end of the day, they lose.
Hey
Stop being
man.
rah rah. You score
Hey
a
man.
touchdown, go sit your ass down.
Hey
Stop.
man. We might end up benching Tua on the injury report, so that's a good thing. All right. Hey, man, but again, brother, anytime that you need me, man, hey, man, anything I could do to go ahead and help, man, if you want to, man, I want to bring some other people home, really, to just really talk about this, see if we can give different perspectives and different things too, man, just to really, man,
Well,
enhance the conversation.
when you get them brothers together, just let me know when you're ready, and I'll get with John, and we going.
All
We'll
right.
go.
Hey, all right. Well,
We'll
all
go.
right, man. Y'all brothers, y'all have a good one, man.
All right, peace.
All right.
All right. B. He at work. So on that note, I hope that people get it and understand where we at and what's going on. Man, I appreciate everybody out there. I hope y'all appreciate this content and we can move forward. Let's fix it. Instead of congratulating and talking about, you know, the demise of black men in itself. So on that note, peace out. We'll holler at y'all on the next one. Thank you.